Okay, hello, and today we are going to do Sudokus. We're going to do a bit of Killer Sudokus today, and we're going to start off with the easy difficulty. What is a Killer Sudoku? What is a Sudoku? In each row, column, or box of 3 by 3, there can only be one of each of the numbers 1 to 9. And each box is not each box. Different tiles are divided into more subtiles. For example, this one is 13, so the sum of the tiles in here should be 13. So 5 plus 8 would be 13. Right here, 2 plus 7 is 9, so plus 4 would be 13. Right here, 7 plus 3 is 10. Right here, 15. What can we put into here which can be 15? 9 plus 6 or 8 plus 7? 8 plus 7 isn't possible because 8 and 7 are already in this box, and 6 is already in this column, so this one has to be a 9 and this one has to be a 6. This one is a 9 and 9 plus 5 is a 14. So that's how we're going to do this. The first part is pretty easy. 8, 2, what is the number which is left? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, this is a 4. And plus 9 equals 13. What two numbers do you have to add up to make it 3? You can either make 1 plus 2 or 2 plus 1. So this is a 2, this is a 1. 8 plus 5 is 13. Still pretty easy. We're going to get more difficult later on. 8, 11. So what numbers can we put in here? So what options do we have? 11, 9 plus 2, we already have a 9 and a 2 in here. 8 plus 3, 8 is already in here. 5 plus 6, and only 4 and 7 are remaining candidates. And what is the last number if we know that 4 and 7 are already taken? So we have a 3 here, and 3 plus 4 is 7, 7, 4. 3. What is the number which we can input here? 7. So in here we can input a 15. I'm going to get faster because we only have 11 minutes today. Not 11 minutes. Today I have set a time limit of exactly 35 minutes because then I will be looking into the stuff if everything is finished, if my food is finished. So I'm going to try to get as far into this Killer Sudoku as possible. Mistakes aren't bad. I make mistakes all the time. 12, 6, this is a 2, this is a 1, this is an 8, this is a 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 10, 11, 13. What numbers do we have here? 6, 4, 9, 3, 1, 5, 8 already taken. So 2 is in this one. 7, 9 plus 9 is 18. This one, 2, 7 isn't possible. 3, 6 isn't possible. 4, 5 isn't possible. 1, 8 is possible. 9, 8, 7, 6. Let's go here. 3, 15. So those two add up to 12. It can't be 9, 3 because the 9 is blocking those two things. It can't be 8, 4, so it has to be 7, 5. 5 and 7. This is also going to be a 7. It could have also been 6, 6, but this one blocks both 6s. Anyway, 16, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9. This is going to be a 4, 5. And 12, 1. Pretty easy to start with. Medium. Let's go for 6, 2, 7. What else? 3, 8, 5, 10, 7, 3, 6, 4. We've got some things to start with. 4, 1 or 3, 2 could be in those 5 spaces, and we know that this one can't be a 2, so 3, 2. What else? 5, 7 could be here, 9, 3 could be here, but both of them are impossible, so 8, 4. So 4 because 4 can't be in this box, and 8 as the last remaining thing. This should be a 9, this should be a 3, 9, and this should be a 14, so 9, 5. 9, 5. Then the 1 could be here, 6, 8 to be 14, 11, 4 to be 15, 5, 6 to be 11. 10, so this is an 8. 8 you can either make by 1, 7, 4, 4. For 4 we can't do in this case. 3, 5 or 2, 6. 2, 6. Because right here we have a 3 which blocks the possibility of 3, 5. Let's go for this one. 9, 2 we can't do, 6, 5 we can't do because the 6 and 2 are in the same box. 3, 8 we can't do, and 4, 7 is what remains. 4 we have to be placing there. 4, 7, 3, 9. What is left? 7, 6, 4, 1, 2, 9, 5, 6, 8. 5, 6, 8, 8, 5, 6. Did I? 13. Oops, 5, 3, 8 is what I meant. It doesn't matter, so mistakes happen. I hope that I'm not making enough mistakes to disqualify, because 3 mistakes and you basically lose when we have to do it again. 8, 6, because 9, 5 or 8, 6 makes up 14, and 9, 5 is blocked by this one. 8 blocks this cell, so this cell has to be an 8. What is left in here? 7, 4, 9, 3, 1, 2, 6, 8. It's a 5. And 8, 4 equals 10. 5, 3, 8 plus 4 is 12. What is this one? 5, 4, 6 isn't possible. 3, 7 isn't possible. 8, 2 isn't possible. So that leaves 1, 9. Because the 9 blocks this cell from being a 9. 8, 5, 6 is 11. And we're going to continue in this pace, hopefully. 5, 6, 8, 2, 4. 4, 2, because 4 is blocked. Here it can't be a 4, this one has to be a 4. 4, 7, because this one has to be 11. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, I think. 6 is left in here, so the values have to tap to 6, 1, 5, because 2, 4 is blocked. 5, 1. And what do we have left? 1, 3, 5, 2, 7, 4, 8, 6, 9. Nice. And what do we have left here? 3, 2, 9, 6, 7, 4, 5. It's just really fun to make this as quickly as possible, which I personally like. 9, 3, 6, 1, 2, 8, 4, 5, 7, if I didn't make any mistakes. 4, 2, because this is a 6, and we finished this difficulty as well. Okay, now we're getting into the part where I actually have to think, and my internet connection. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Now we actually have to think. 15, so this has to be a 7. You can either make it by going for 1, 6, which isn't possible, 2, 5, which isn't possible, or 3, 4. 3, 4 we can do. This one we can't say anything yet. Now we can. You can either make the 8 by going for 3, 5, which we can't do, 2, 6, which we cannot do because of this 6, but 1, 7 is a possibility. So this one we can also talk about. You can either make this a 13 by going for 9, 4, which we can't do, 8, 5, which we can do, or 6, 7, which we can't do. So 8, 5. And because this 5 is the only 5 in this box, we know what 8, 5 is going to be. This is going to be a 2 because the 1 is blocked by this spot. And this one is a 5 added up, so it's going to be a 3, 2 because 1, 4 is blocked by this 4 in the box. Oh. My mistake. 3, 2, because this 3 blocks this spot to be a 3. Okay. Once more an 8. So we can't do 3, 5 because of this 3. We can't do 2, 6 because of this 2. So we know that we have to do 1, 7, and we know that the 7 is here because the 1 is also in this box. Okay, let's continue. 7, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 1, 8, 9 is left. And 8 and 9 together equal 17, and so this has to be a 3. By the same logic that I had before, this has to be a 2, 6 and 2, 6 like that, because the 2 is blocked in this spot. 9, 8, again 17. Only combination that makes 17. Because of this 8, this can't be an 8. 1, 2, 2, 1, because of this 2, this has to be a 2, or because of this 1, this has to be a 1. Okay, next we're going to do a little bit of an advanced trick. We don't need it yet, but I'm going to. So 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 4 numbers. There's an exact combination of numbers which equal 18, which is 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. And this is why the 3 needs to be here. Any other combination of those 3 of the first 4 numbers would not have equaled 18, which is why we know that this is what we get. 5 can't be here because of this. 6 can't also can't be here because of this tile, so we get a 7 right here. Okay, 12. 4, 8 can't be, 3, 9 can't be, but we can put in a 7, 5. Okay, this is a 15, 7, 8 can't be, so it has to, this spot has to be a 9, 6 combination. Anything else we can do? Let's check out, this is a 13, so we don't have enough information yet. We do, because the 4 is blocked in this entire region, so it has to be here, and because we know that those two numbers add up to 13, 16 minus 3 is 13, this has to be a 4, 9. So this means 4, 9 can't be in those two spots, 7, 6 can't be in those two spots, so it has to be 8, 5, because the 5 is blocking this spot. Okay, what number is left in this row? 5, 4, 9, 2, 7, 6, I think. Did I make? This happens if you're going too fast. 3, 4, this is a 4. Okay, this is a total in 9, and we need a 15. So this is a 6, this is a 6. This is a 5, and we can tally up what we have left over here. 6, 9, 7, 8. Because in this row we have a 1, we can't go for 8, 1, so 7, 2. 8, and we're pretty well on our way. It's a little slow in my opinion. Well, whatever, we can still get there. Okay, so this spot. 9 plus 18 is 27, plus 10 is 37, this has to be an 8. Hello? 8. Okay, so 13, 21 minus 13 should be 8, so we can't use 2, 6 or 3, 5, so this has to be a 1, 7. So 7, 1, 7, 8 is blocked, so this has to be a 9, 6. 9, 6. This can't be a 9, 3 because of this 9, can't be a 7, 5 because of this 7, so it has to be an 8, 4. Okay, what do we have left? 6, 9, 4, 8, 2, 3. Okay. This can either be a 7 or a 6 because the 6 is blocked. This has to be a 7, this has to be a 3, a 2, this has to be a 3, this has to be a 2. Okay, this has to be a 1 and a 7, 4 and 3. This cannot be a 1, 7, a 2, 6, so it has to be a 3, 5. Because of this 3 is blocked right here, so we need to input this 3 right there. Okay, now we can do another big trick. 2 plus 7 is 9, plus 8 is 16, is 17, and plus 15 is 32. This is 13. We can't input 8 plus 5, we can't input 7 plus 6, so we have to input 9 plus 4. Because this tile combination has a sum lower than 9, this has to be a 4, this has to be a 9, this has to be a 3, and we are pretty well on our way. The only combination in a straight line which adds up to 24 out of 3 numbers, so 3 numbers sum up to 24 with those sets and rules, is going to be 9, 8 and 7. So we know this is a 9, so the 8 has to be here because the 8 is blocked in this spot, and this has to be a 7. This has to be a 1 because of this 1. We can't input a 1 right here, so we have to input it right there. So what's left? 14, 8, 6. 6 because this is an 8, 8, 9, 6, 4, 5. 4, 5, 8, 10, 1, 9 has to be left. Okay. And we can input a 9 right here. 1, 9, 8. What is left over here? 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 9, 16, 2. What's left over here? 4, 6, 2, 7, 8, 9, 1, 5, 3. So we can input the 3 right here because this blocks the 3 in this column, and this is the only spot in the box remaining which could be a 3. 1 and 5 because the 1 was blocked over here, and we are almost finished. We only need to do this much. The 6 has to be here because the 6 was blocked over here. 9, 4, 9, 8, 4. Whew. Okay, now let me take a quick breather, and we go to the actual enemy of today. How difficult is it going to be? 53.97% were able to solve this. So this is a pretty hard one. Okay, we need to be a little slower now. This has to be a 5, this has to be a 1, 3, because 1, 3 is the only option that adds up to 4. I hope that I can make this happen in 35 minutes. This has to be a 6. 20, 31, so this has to be a 14, doesn't help us. Do I see anything which helps us? No. 8, 19, 34, this has to be an 11, so those three tiles have to be a 15, 20, 30, 15, doesn't help us. Another try. We are going to add up in all the numbers in here except this one and this one, so the left 3 boxes we're all going to add up. 11, 22, 46, 55, 70, 78, 83, 93, 98, 103, 121. So those two have to be a 14 together, if I didn't miscount. So this has to be an 8-6, this has to be an 8-6. Okay, we can work a little better with this. Still nothing yet, but this might come in handy later on. Oh, we got this number. 18 and 13 together is 31, 46, 53, 60, 66, 76, and 82. So this should be an 8. Why? Because since we know each column and row always add up, always have each of the numbers 1 to 9. 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on plus 9 equals 45. So 2 columns or 2 rows always have 90 as a whole sum. So we know by subtracting this one thing that we don't know the value of, that this has to be an 8. Okay. It's still not making things much easier. This 16 has to be a 9-7 because 16 is the only 9-7 is the only combination root. That's it. So we've gotten rid of, in this row, we've gotten rid of the numbers 9, 8, 7, 6. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are the only options which we can use to make 11. 4, 3, 2 can't even work because 4, 3, 2 is the higher. First of all, 4, 3, 2 is the highest value number we can make, number combination we can make, which uses 4 as its maximum number. So 4, 3, 2 can't be in it. So 5 has to be in those 2 spots. What combinations can we use to make 11 with 5? We can either make 5, 1, 5, which we can't use. So we have to make 5, 2, 4. 5, 2, 4, because 11 minus 5 equals 6, and 6 is either 1, 5 or 2, 4 in one row. We could also say 3, 3, but since we are in the same row, we can't use the 3 twice. Okay, so 3 goes away. I said 5, 2, 4. Okay. Now, what's left over here? 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 8, 6. 1, 3, and 1, 3. Okay. We've definitely narrowed down the numbers we can use. Right here, what can we use here? 9, 7, 9, 8, 7, 6. 6, 9 or 7, 8. 6, first of all, I'm going to input the same thing over here. 7, 8, because this 7 right here. 9, 6, because of this 9 right here. Let's remember this. Okay. Let's input this 9 just so we don't forget. What else can we do? Okay, I have an idea. Let me think about this before I say anything. No, I'm not going to say anything for now. First of all, no. What about this 10? We can either make 1, 9, which doesn't work. We can make 3, 7, which doesn't work because of this 9 and 7. The 5 doesn't work, so 2, 4, 6 or 8 is a possibility over here. Okay. This box over here is 14, 21, 31. So 14 needs to be what adds up right here. If we say this is an 8, this has to be a 7 and this has to be a 7. If we say this is a 6, this has to be a 9 and this has to be a 5. Both of them are still possible. Okay. Give me one quick second. Okay, I'm back. I just put on a coat because I was getting a little cold. Okay, what else? Once again, this is going to take a little longer than the last few. In this specific area, we know that there are two 15s in this box, and that is why the numbers 9, 8, 7, 6 are going to be only in those in those four tiles. So all the other numbers have values lower than lower or equal to 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What else do we know? This one, because the 6 can't be in here, the 1 also can't be in here. So 2, 5 or 5 or 3, 4. So right here, the 3 can't be in here. So 1, 5 or 2, 4. Okay. Right here we don't know enough about this one to really say anything. We could, yeah, we're going to narrow this down a little more. The 8 can't be here, so the 7 can't be here. The 6 can't be here, so the 9 can't be here. The 9 can't be here, so the 6 can't be here. Okay. What else can we say? 18 in this block of 4. So 10 in this block of 3. So if this were to be a 1, I can't say anything about that. Okay. This is a 5. We already know that much. 2, 4, 5. What other options are there to make an 11? Let me think about this. So 9 we can't input. How about 1? 8. We can use 8 to input a 11 by using 8, 1, 2. I'm always going from the highest possible number that we can input into a combination of 3 that still makes it so we achieve the sum that is required. So highest sum could be 8, but that doesn't work, because 2 is already used over here. 7, 1, 3 is a possibility. 6. If we subtract 11 by 6, then we have 5. And we can either input 6, 1, 4, which we can't do because the 4 is already blocked, or we can input 6 to 3, which we can't input because the 2 is already blocked. So we already know that this has to be a 1, 3, 7. Okay, this is a big information game. And now lastly, the 5, we already know this is there. Okay. So what do we know about those last few tiles? 2, 4, 5, and let's say 8, 6. So the 9 has to be in one of those two tiles. This means the 9 has to be in one of those 3 tiles. Okay. A decent information game. This means not that much, sadly. Not that much. At least not yet. What else do we know about the 9s? The 9. Not enough, not enough. How do we do this the best way? Let's say this is going to be a 5. This means this has to be a 9 value. This means this has to be a 6. This means this has to be an 8. This means not enough information. Okay. How about we also tile this set of 10? We know that this set of 10 can't be a 6, 4 or a 2 or a 5. So this has to be 1, 3 or 7, 9. Good to know. Yeah, we can. Yeah, no, that's everything we know about that. I can input the 5 right here, since why not? Anything else? So we know that those two rows add up to 90 together. What about this row, for example? Not enough information. Let's go for, not row, column, but let's check out the rows. Why not? How about those 3 rows together? If we include this 15 and this 11, we get the information for those 3. That's not, no, we don't need that. We can also get that information by using 8, 11 and 15, which equals 26, 34. This means that those three together are going to be an 11. But we already know a little bit about the 11. No, we don't know enough. Nope, that doesn't work. I can also input right here what the possibilities are over here. 8, 4 and 5, 7. Okay, I have it. Okay, we know something. Okay, calm down. So 8, 4 can't be a possible combination in this 12 because the 8, 4 is blocked over here. If we used 8, 4, then we couldn't input a single combination of numbers that would sum up to 10 and still work with the rules we are under. So this has to be a 9 because this has to be a 7, so this has to be a 7. Okay, big knowledge gain. Okay, 5, 7. Do we know which one is the 5, which one is the 7? No, we don't. But we don't need to. For now, we don't need to. 7, 4 we can't input into this 11 combination. 5, 6 we can't input. 3, 8 we can't input. 2, 9 we can input, and the 9 here is blocked. So this means this is a 2, this is a 9. This has to be an 8, this has to be a 7, this has to be a 9, this has to be a 6, this has to be a 7, this has to be an 8. We got a lot of information right here. Okay. Okay. This has to be a 3, 5, which is 3 and 5. Why? Because 2, 6 is blocked in this row, 7, 1 is blocked in this row, 3, 5 has to be the combination that outputs 8. 5 is blocked over here, so this has to be a 5. Okay, what combinations do we have left? 9, 2, 7, 8, 3, 5, 1, 4, 6. This has to be a 4 or a 6. This has, we don't know anything about this one. Okay. Okay. We got a lot of knowledge gain. So let's say this was a 4, then this would have been a 1, then this would have been a 6. Let's say this was a 6, then this would have been either a 4, then this would have been a 1, or this would have been a 1, then this would have been a 4. So 1, 4, 6. Then the 6 is already blocked over here, so this has to be a 6. And what else? We can now deduct what the numbers over here are going to be. 9, 2, 6, 5, 7, 1, 3, 4, 8. Okay, 4, 8. They sum up to 12, so this means this has to be a 5. This has to be a 5 because those two 5s block this, those two spots for a 5, and this needs to be a 5 for this sum to make 5. Okay, now one more. What else can we say? What about the 5 over here? We know this can't be a 5, we know this row can't be a 5 because in this row we already have a 5 and in this lower row as well, so this has to be a 5. So those numbers, those two numbers equal, together they equal 5. So this has to be a 4 or a 2. This can't be a 4 because of this spot, so this has to be a 2. So we also know this has to be a combination of 1, 9 because the 7 is now blocked. 1, 9, and the 9 right here should be the 9 we're looking for. 1, 3, so this has to be a 7 so that the combination of 1, 3, 7 can actually be achieved. And this has to be a 3 because the 1 is already blocked over here. This has to be a 1, this has to be an 11, so 3 or 5, this has to be a 3 because the 5 is blocked. 8, in this row, 9, 8, 7, 6 or 4 could be here. And the 4 is already blocked, so 6 or 4 or 6. Okay. We are getting somewhere. 7, 8, 5, 3, 1, 9, 6, 2, 4. So this has to be a 2, 4, 100%. This has to be either a 5 or a 3. We can't say anything about that for now, I think. Okay, but we can get rid of the 2, 4 right here. So this has to be a 3 or a 5, this means this has to be a 2 or a 4, and the 3 or 5 is going away. And this means, right here we can talk a little bit about the combinations over here. No, it's a little too early for that. How about right here? Still a little too early, but we can talk about the combinations right here. 1, 4, 9, 6, 7, 5, 3, 2, 8. And this has to be a 5, this has to equal to a 9, so this has to be a 6. Okay, we already knew that much actually, whatever. This is a 15, so this is a 9. So what options do we have for making a 9? 3, 6 and 5, 4 are already blocked. So we can either go for 1, 8 or 2, 7. The 7 is blocked right here, the 2 is blocked right here. What about the 8? The 8 is not blocked. We're going to withhold our judgment for now. What about the 1s? We know that this can be the only space where we can use the 1, because any other space we have already eliminated. Okay, so this needs to be a 4, and those two equal up to an 11. 9, 2 is possible, 4, 7 isn't possible, 5, 6 isn't possible either. Okay. This needs to be a 9 because the 9 is blocked in those two columns of a block, and this one can't be a 9 because the sum of those two is lower than 10, actually. So 1, what is right here? What is left right here? 4, 7 can't be the sum up to 11 because the 4 is in the row. 9, 2 can't, 5, 6 can't, 1, 3, 8 is left. So 3 and 8. And because the 3 is here, we now know, we actually knew that before, that this has to be a 1, 4. So this can't be a 1, and all that's left is a 7, 8. Yeah, we can't do anything about the 7, 8 for now. But we can do something about this 2, 4 right here, because the 4 is blocked in this column. 2, 4, 1, 3. And we are a lot lower on things we can use. Okay, 8, 7 is also... Those two are locked because we need to have one of each number in each column. So what else? This has to be a 7. Because the 7 is locked in this, we need 1 7 in the block. This is the only one option that's left. So those two numbers equal up 11. So this needs to be a 2, this needs to be a 2, this needs to be a 1, this needs to be an 8, this needs to be a 7, 4, 8, 5, 7, 3, 1, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 4. Once you got enough things, you actually everything completes itself on its own. 6, 2 because those two remaining added up to 8. 15 minus 7, 8. 5, 3 is blocked. 1, 7 is blocked. 6, 2 is left. Okay. This one equals up 8, not 8, 9. 8, 1 is blocked. 4, 5 is blocked. 3, 6 is blocked. So this has to be a 2, 7. And 9, 5 is blocked. 8, this has to be a 6. The only remaining number which would work, this is, and also the only remaining number in the column. So 1, 6, 2, 5, this has to be a 3, 4, this has to be a 4, this has to be a 3 because of this 3 right here. 1, 4, 9, 2, 7, 2, and 5, 8, 3, 2, 1, 9, 4, 6, 7. So this has to be a 6, this has to be a 7. What's left? 8, 3, 2, 4, 6, 7, 1, 5, 9. This has to equal up to 6, so this has to be 1, 5, 9, 5, 1. I'm going a little faster because I hope that I haven't... I think I'm still on a... Yep, the time is up. 3, 9. So I'm just going to finish this and we are finished. Okay, I'm going to check the oven. Goodbye.